Hello, what's going on? Been a minute, but I just did something, and so I figured I would say something about 2 years too late. Been bored out of my mind, so I re-downloaded Cyberpunk. I haven't played Phantom Liberty. I might, actually, I'm seriously considering it. If you haven't played Cyberpunk since launch, which objectively was the worst video game launch, at least that I've ever experienced, video game launch ever, you really should. You really should. It's so good. It's so good. The gameplay, it feels so good. The character dialogue is really good. The world is really good. And I don't normally like Blade Runner urban environments. It was so good. It was so good. Um, I I I couldn't play it when it first came out. It was just rough. It was so just grating to play, you know? Like it's chugging along, trying to work for you. But with all of the patches and all of the things that they've done to this game, it's a solid game. And it, man, the thing that really gets me about it is if this game had launched in the state it's in right now, it probably would have been one of the biggest launches ever. Ever. It would have been one of the best well received games ever. And it's a real shame that CD Projekt Red had that kind of lightning in a bottle and the delivery was just so bad that it's not what it could have been. But it's so good. The combat feels good. The characters are all really good. Um, uh, I did two of the endings. The one where I don't know what they are, but the one where V ends up going to a casino in space, which I also didn't give a shit. And then I got that ending last night by accident, didn't like it, so I replayed it from getting into Arasaka from there to the end to get the ending I wanted, which is where V gets the girl and he gets to, you know, peace out and leave. Um, Man, it's it's so good. It's so good. I've heard Phantom Liberty's really good, so I might give that a shot. But damn, dude, it's it just sucks. You know, it sucks. Because the problem with it, right, is the potential. This game had so much potential, but because it launched so poorly, a lot of people that checked in at the beginning have checked out and are not going to see that potential come to light. They're not going to see what this ended up being. Solid game, though. Solid game. If you haven't played it, I would highly recommend it. Now is a great time. Um, it's patched. The DLC's out. You can play it. I did mostly the main story. I did a couple of side things here and there. It's got multiple endings. There are key moments where your decisions matter, so it does have that particular element of open world in it where your decisions matter. Um, yeah, really good game. Really good game. Cautionary tale on how even with an outstanding product, if the launch of it is terrible, it's going to take the product down. Even if the quality is outstanding, a bad a bad introduction to the market will absolutely tank anything. And this is one of those examples. I think Phantom Liberty is going to bring people back, but man, this was great to play. But the whole time I was playing it, I was just disappointed that CD Projekt Red, they had to have looked at this game before they launched it. They had a whole list in the credits of QA people, all kinds of different quality assurance folks, and yet somehow it got out the door the way that it did. And if they would have just held it a little bit longer, this is what it would have been, and it would have been universally praised and loved. And it probably, in my honest opinion, if you've played Red Dead Redemption 2 and you like Red Dead Redemption 2, it's one of my favorite games of all time that I've ever played. It's easily one of the top 5. And it's probably the most artistic game that I've ever played. If this game had launched the way it is now, right? And there were still a few minor bugs and whatever, but if it had launched like this, then I think it would have been a competitor for RDR2 if people were putting up a tier list of all of like the best games of all time. I think if you look at objectively, RDR2 has to be at the top of that list. Somewhere at the top. Maybe not slot 1, but damn near the top. This, like it is right now, had it been like this at launch, would have been right there competing with RDR2. And you could make a case for one or the other, but both of them would be up there. If you haven't played Cyberpunk 2077, you really need to. You really need to. It's excellent. Excellent game. I don't know about Phantom Liberty. Assassin's Creed Mirage is getting ready to launch, which is actually what I'm looking at it right now. The little icon on my Xbox. I'm waiting. So Mirage is what I'm going to play next. Depending on how Mirage goes, I might put something up for the, 3 people that are going to get some thoughts out. But I've been an AC fan for a while, so that's what I'm going to play next. And then after that's done, I might play Phantom Liberty. Who knows? We'll see. But, yeah. It's your boy Crazy.